we're in a serious situation in this country right now. And with respect to what's happening, with China and what's happening with Russia and and all of these issues, and I'm really worried about where we're going to go. And I think we're at the worst spot. The Republicans and Democrats are fighting each other all the time. And this issue is both sides of the aisle as far as what's going on in the country. What I would like you to do is talk about what FISA 702, why it's so important, and why it's one of the most dangerous issues we're dealing with. And I think the FBI is being caught up right now, and really, President Trump, people who are supporting him, they can support him. That's fine, and I don't want to interfere to that. That's whatever you want to do, but don't mess with the United States of America and our national security, because that's what you're doing. This is as serious as anything. I do a lot with the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. I work with them also in this regard. This issue is one of the most important issues. So could you please say why it's so important that we pass this and not get caught up in a Trump issue because he's mad? He authorized this law when he was president. So come on, let's not play the hypocrisy. Could you please tell the public at this point, or us, where we are and why it's so important?
So Section 702 is indispensable in keeping Americans safe from a whole barrage of fast-moving foreign threats. It is crucial to identifying terrorists in the homeland, working with or inspired by a rogues gallery of foreign terrorist organizations who have publicly called for attacks against our country. It helps us find out who these terrorists are working with and what they're targeting, and it's what we need to stop them before they kill Americans. 702 is crucial when countries like China or Iran target dissidents and Americans here in the homeland. In Iran's case, literally even for things like kidnapping and assassination, 702 is what helps us know who to warn and help disrupt the plot. 702 is crucial to our ability to warn and protect our critical infrastructure from hackers in China, in Russia, Iran, including cyber threats to our electricity, our water, our hospitals. So if Congress lets 702 lapse, which it's set to do now next week, it will massively increase the risk of missing crucial intelligence during a time of heightened national security threats across a whole multiple of fronts. And if we're blinded from seeing what our adversaries are doing, who they're working with, I can tell you that's going to most definitely have consequences for our ability to protect the American people, because I can assure you that none of our adversaries are tying their own hands. So now is not the time for us to hang up our gloves to take away tools that we need to punch back. And failing to reauthorize 702 or gutting it with some kind of warrant requirement would be dangerous and put American lives at risk.
And this is the director of the FBI. I don't know anyone who knows this law that doesn't feel strongly about this issue with respect to 702.
I would add to that there's a pattern across multiple administrations, Republicans and Democrats alike. If you look at the professionals who have actually worked with this authority and dealt with these threats, from the working level to the presidentially appointed level, again, across administrations, including a whole range of my colleagues from the last administration, because after all, I was nominated by President Trump and have overwhelmingly confirmed without a single Republican senator ever voting against me, whether nominated by President Bush or President Trump. Every single one of them supports the importance of 702, and I think that should tell people something.
Well, I thank you for our country and what you're doing. I yield back.